Hello guys, good morning. How are you doing this very beautiful morning? Today I want to show you some few important things you need to be having before you start running the shop. And I'm talking about the repair shop, especially the laptop repair shop. First of all, you need to be having something called a digital multimeter. That is it. This is a meter. This is a digital multimeter. You need to be having this meter for you to be able to test or to measure the abnormalities and normalities in a laptop motherboard. I believe I had showed you before. You need to be able to know how to measure the voltage line. That's the power intake of the motherboard, or the continuity of the motherboard for you to be able to test for the shorts. All right. Yes. Other than the meter, there is another very component thing you need, a very important thing you need to be having. That's a soldering iron, and I'm talking about this iron. This is a soldering iron. Yes, and mine actually I am using this one where it is powered by the machine, by the hot air machine. It is like this one. So this is my machine. Yes, I powered it on. It's okay, it's off. Once I powered it on, you will see the actual temperature rising. You can increase the heat using this knob. So this is the heat for the soldering iron, and this is my soldering iron I showed you. Guys, you will excuse my table, it's still very dirty. I haven't cleaned it because I just arrived. Then again, this machine also I am using it for hot air. I have a nozzle here for the hot air. I can power it on. I believe you can hear it. So there is a nozzle here. This one actually gives the hot air. I believe you can see some diodes burning up there. I have a hot air coming out from that nozzle. And this one, this hot air, we normally use it to heat up some components in a laptop motherboards. For example, when we need to remove ICs like this ones, components like capacitors, resistors, whichever the component we need to remove from the motherboard, we normally use the hot air nozzle or hot air gun. But when we need to heat up some components which need soldering, we use the soldering iron, from the word soldering. And again, of course, you need to be having a solder wire. I think I finished mine yesterday. You need to be having the solder wire. After the solder wire, you need to be having also what's called the soldering paste. This paste here. This is the soldering paste. This is not the RMS, guys. This is special designed for soldering. So we use this one to soften the solder whenever we are soldering some whatever we need to solder, right? Yes. Other than the soldering paste, we also need to have a special kind of a machine here. I don't know if you can see it. This one. Yes. This machine is called the power supply. I can power it on. You can see. Yes. I believe you can see some voltage is rated 19.41 voltage. So that's the standard. Actually, I just adjusted that voltage. I can't reduce, I can't add up, but I have adjusted it to 19 because we usually have the standard voltage which is required in the laptop motherboard, which is a standard of 20 voltage. So you can always have 1 or minus 1 error, right? So I can't use 19. Okay, that second part where you have 0.004A, that's for the amperes. Okay, my machine actually fell down some few days ago, and it was able to develop some error. That's why you can read there's an error of 0.004. It should be 0.000, right? Yes. So This also enables me to check how the motherboard is intaking power. Whenever I have a short in the motherboard, I'll be able to know. Whenever my motherboard is okay, whenever my motherboard is ready to power, I can also know. Whenever I don't have any power in the motherboard, I can also know by using this machine. This machine is called the power supply. This is very important and very good one actually. Right, so these are the very special two machines which are needed in the repair: the power supply and the hot air machine. Yes, this hot air is very good to Kodak 952. This is the best one actually you can get in the market. Then other than the two machines, we have also some very few things here which are very crucial. One, we have what's called the screwdrivers. So these are the screwdrivers. We have the star. We have another one here called the tongs. Yes, the Allen key. So these screwdrivers, we normally use them to unscrew screws whenever we are disassembling the laptop, right? Yes, we use those screws. Then we have other tools. There's another tool. This is called the tweezer. Tweezers, we use them to pick out, to hold some very tiny components, or to hold components which are very hard. Yeah, even especially when we are removing those components from the motherboard, we use the tweezers and the hot air. And other than the tweezers, we have another components like these ones. These are the cutters. We use this one to cut some few things. Whenever we need to cut anything, we normally use these cutters. We use them to cut those wires, to cut whatever we need to trim, right? Yes. Apart from the cutters, the screwdrivers, we have also something very simple but important. This is just a normal toothbrush. Yes, these are just normal toothbrushes. So these ones we use for cleaning. We use them to clean the motherboard. Whenever we have a problem in the motherboard, maybe there's spillage, some rust, we use these toothbrushes to clean those with the help of the home dry. This is just a normal home dry. Okay, mine is finished up too. This is just a normal home dry. You can purchase them at any local shop, maybe the chemist or the supermarket around you. You can get the home dry. A toothbrush you can get from anywhere, even the used one you use at home for brushing. We have something else here. It's very simple too, but also very important. This is just a marker pen. We normally use them to mark the client's laptops, motherboards, or the laptop. This actually, we just use them to mark, to keep identity to the motherboards of the owner. Then we have what else? Okay, I believe you've been wondering what are those on the table. These are the SSDs. We also have the SSDs. Okay, some for the customers, some actually as a technician you need to have your own working SSD. These ones we use to test. Whenever you have a problem with SSD of a customer, we use ours to test. And again, most of the time we don't allow the customers to left their SSDs behind with us. Why? Because these are the cards. These are the sticks which contains the data information of a customer. So we always tell the customers to take back their SSDs with them. All right, and we use ours to test for the machines. Then apart from the SSDs, we have also what's called the RAM sticks. So these are the RAM stick. This is PC4, and then I have another one here. This is a PC3. We have PC3, several of them. So we need to be having also, as a technician, I need to be having my own RAM. I'll be testing it. When in case a customer comes in with a machine which I need to check whether the RAM is working, I also have to verify using my own RAM, right? Yes. Apart from that, there are several of them, but some of them are very important, some of them are more important than others, but still all of them are very important. All right. Yes, I have also what's called the insulating tape. These are insulating tape. These ones we use to cover up some components which we do not need to get exposed to heat. This tape actually, it can withstand up to almost 500 degrees Celsius. So these ones are good when you want to cover up some components which I don't wish to get exposed to too much heat. Yes, apart from this tape, insulating tape, I have also what's called the double-sided tape. This double-sided tape, we use these ones to, when we are mounting the screen, to make sure the screen is intact or is held tightly within the casing. So we normally use this double-sided tapes. These just a very tiny tape. Yes. And what else am I seeing here at the table? Yes, we have another very common tool here. This is just a file. This is just a normal file. So we use this one when we want to clean up some of the oxidation in the anti-soldering iron. So we use it to clean oxidation in the soldering iron. You know, when the iron get too much heated up, when it is too hot, it always gets what? Oxidate. It get oxidation. So we need to clean up that oxidation. Right? Yes. And what else? Oh, right. Other things which you need to be having is the junks. Yeah. The dead motherboards. If you are not able to purchase the spare parts independently, it's always affordable and nice to acquire the dead motherboards. I have so many of them. I don't know if I can show you. I have so many of them here. You can see. Yes, actually 2 boxes full of dead motherboards. Yes, you can see. So these are the junks. Whenever I need a certain spare part, I come back here. I look for the motherboards I want to repair. I remove the spare. I get the spare parts out of it. Then I repair them. Right? Yes. I don't know whether I left anything. Okay, in addition, actually I have just explained to you the important tools you need. Okay, let me just tell you which one is more important or which one is most crucial you need to have when you are starting it. For a beginner, the first thing you need to have is a meter. As a technician, you need to have a meter. This is a digital multimeter. Yes, and I have told you what is this used for. Then the second thing, which is a must, before you can't do without these ones. So the meter. Then the second one is the soldering iron. This one we use to solder items, to solder whatever we need to solder. Yes, this is very important. You can't even purchase just the soldering iron without not this one connected to the hot air. You can just purchase the simple one. Yeah, this simple one can cost you about 250 Kenya shillings. So that's nice. Once you have that, and then what else? Yeah, those are very important, actually, more important. And the screwdrivers, yes, and the screwdrivers, because you cannot open a laptop without the screwdrivers. That's also very, very important. And this one hot air, it can comes in later, because this one is for advanced technician or the technicians who are very advanced or who are able to get this one. But in case you don't have this one, you can still repair a motherboard with just a meter and a soldering iron. But again, you need to have this hot air, actually, because you cannot remove a component from a motherboard without the use of the hot air gun. All right? Yes. and also the power supply, but that one will be on a later date, because this one you can just use the power adapter and measure the flow voltages in the motherboard, right? Yes. So guys, thank you so much for being patient with me. Yes, in case you have any question concerning these tools, you can just write in the comment section, or my contacts actually in my profile in my BIOS description. You can get my number there, my WhatsApp. Text me about the WhatsApp, then we can I can answer whatever you need to ask, right? Yes. So guys, thank you so much for being patient with me, and thank you for watching this. So guys, still humbly requesting you to subscribe to this channel and share with your folks, and I will really appreciate it. So guys, have a very blessed day. Yes, enjoy your day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.